Every room has a centerpiece, not necessarily the biggest piece or the most expensive, just one that quietly brings everything else together. For us, this room has slowly become something more than a place to sit. It's become a family museum, part English pub, part library, part place to tell stories. But there was still something missing. That missing piece turned out to be this, a very ordinary coffee table. Structurally, it was solid. Good bones, a glass display top, one large drawer, but that's about where the compliments ended. Its red finish fought against the cabinet. The hardware looked inexpensive, and it didn't belong in the room we'd been creating. But I think it's the most important piece of furniture in this room, because this one piece finally brought the entire room together. And the best part? It started as a forgettable Facebook Marketplace find. This is another chapter in our effort to revive what we call the Wilmington House. Jennifer and I bought her grandmother's house 5 years ago. We knew there was a lot of work ahead of us. We've slowly been bringing rooms back to life, one project at a time. An old English pub isn't filled with matching furniture. Every piece has its own personality, its own history, its own purpose. The goal wasn't to make this table disappear, it was to make it belong. Another thing I wanted to prove is that the transformation doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes the biggest improvements come from restraint. Simple lines, better proportions, better materials. Nothing here is flashy. Each change is small, but together they completely change how the piece feels. Several years ago, George Lucas, the filmmaker, made the comment that when you're developing a movie project, it's as though you're moving on a boat in the fog towards an island. And as you get closer to the land, it really clears up and you can start to see what's developing in front of you. And then all of a sudden, once you're on the beach, everything's crystal clear and you know exactly where you are and where you want to go. I think furniture restoration, woodworking, and house rejuvenation projects are very much the same thing. You have an idea of where you're going, but you can't quite see it through the fog. Once you get there, it becomes much clearer. And starting this project was a little daunting, but once I got the table on the table, it really started to develop and things started to work out. Some not so bad figuring in there. Stripping it's definitely going to have to be the way to go though.
One of the things that Greg and I are adamant about is making sure that we're not wasteful. It's starting to get very frustrating to see so many new things be discarded. Or when there's something that's really good bones, something that is meaningful to you, instead of tossing it, let's revamp it. So we're trying to take on a high design style for this house as we start to revive the Wilmington House and try to reuse and bring back some pieces of furniture that were really great to begin with. The Wilmington House is appropriately named for my grandparents, Bob and Dora Wilmington. They came over from England when my mom was about 6 or 7 years old. They had about $300 in their pocket, and they came over to the U.S., made a wonderful life through hard work, diligent savings, and they finally got to a point where they bought this house about 1 or 2 months before I was born. Sarah and I, my sister, we grew up coming over here. We grew up coming to their parties and trying to sneak peeks at them and all of their British friends who were celebrating and having parties. So this became a family home for my grandparents, for us. I mean, Henry took his first flight in his Batman Superman cape straight through the living room. So we want to pay it respect for the hard work and the savings of my grandparents. One of the difficulties is that the rooms are quite small and closed off, which we love. It's a 1950-ish home. So we want to make sure from a design standpoint that we're taking those things into consideration. We had lots of choices to finishing this coffee table, finishing the sides. We wanted to create something that fit in with the vibe we're going for in this room. We keep saying pub, but really it's just a gathering space for friends and family. There's no media distraction, no TV distraction. We look out at a park right across the street. So it's just a calm environment. And we wanted something that wasn't going to clash. Now, full disclosure, we had some copper left over from another project, but we ultimately chose the copper over some other options. We're going to be putting a plaid wallpaper on the ceiling with some beams to pull in the beams from another room just to continue that theme. So we thought about that wallpaper. We thought about brass, maybe some wood fluting, some other kinds of wallpaper, but ultimately we chose the copper. Yes, we had it left over, but also we thought it would age over time. It really doesn't, it's not flashy. It's not going to pull away from some of the other elements in the room. And it's going to give that old world vibe. Because ultimately this room, this buffalo room, is going to flow directly into the kitchen. And you'll see eventually it's not going to be one big open space, but there is going to be a way that, I don't know, maybe grandbabies can sit at the kitchen island and help me make some brownies. I don't know. But ultimately it's going to be one big gathering space for our friends and family. So this copper really gives it that age. It gives it that old world feel. And I think it worked perfectly.
Ta-da! Beautiful. That surface not going to work. Crap. So, take it off. And just like that, beautiful color. I went the natural because I don't have the amber stain. I didn't want to do the dark because it'll still be there. So it's a little lighter. It's fine. It's still beautiful. Probably more so. This is exactly what I'd hoped it would become. Not the loudest piece in the room, not the fanciest, just one piece that finally feels like it belongs. This project reminded me that good design isn't about buying expensive furniture, it's about making thoughtful choices. Simple ideas, quality craftsmanship, and giving every piece a reason to exist.
That's how rooms begin to feel collected instead of purchased. And that's exactly what kind of room we're trying to build here at the Wilmington House.